back to the channel. Today I'm sharing my updated skincare routine with you. A lot of you have been asking me what I've been using recently. Some of it's been the same as my last skincare videos because they're my holy grail products for a reason. My skin has been doing pretty well recently. I haven't had a ton of active breakouts, maybe like 1 or 2 here and there. My main concern now is my texture and the scarring from all of my past cystic breakouts. A lot of this is focused on making sure that my skin is hydrated, that my skin barrier is happy, and preventing any like small breakouts, and then actives targeted on pore tightening and wrinkle care and texture. As always, I will leave everything linked in the description box below. These are all purchased with my own money, so they're my tried and true and tested holy grail skincare items. As always, like, I will always be genuine and real with you, and I will never share anything that I don't feel comfortable telling you guys to try. These are the ones that have worked for me. First, for cleansers, I still use the Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm by Vanilla Co. This is my holy grail item. I will always go in with this to remove my makeup, or even on days where I'm only wearing sunscreen, just to get the gunk out. Then I'll emulsify with water, and then I'll go in with my actual gel cleanser. And for that, I still use the Good Morning pH gel cleanser. I have it in a travel bottle here. That's still my go-to cleansing combo. It's the most gentle on the skin. I will never use like makeup removing wipes or anything like that because that just irritates your skin. Super gentle while hydrating, and also always removes all impurities, which is why I don't feel the need to go in with a toning pad after, because my skin is always clean after this combo. So that's cleansing. And then I'll go in with a toner. I have the Sun By Me one here that hasn't changed. It's just the AHA, BHA, PHAs in this are gentle enough while still helping prevent any small breakouts. I will just put some on my hands and dab it in. In Paris now, it is a bit of a drier climate, so I usually use this AM and PM every day back home. Here, because my skin is a little bit drier, I will use it just once a day, either in the morning or the evening. Instead, I'll do a hydrating toner. My favorite is the Numbusin Glowing Essence Toner, but that one too is just super nourishing on the skin and hydrating. So those are my 2 faves that I kind of switch back and forth depending on what my skin needs. Sometimes if I feel like I don't need as many actives, I'll do this in the PM and the hydrating Numbusin one in the AM. And next up is my actives or my serums. I've been using the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid here, again, because one of my main skin concerns here is hydration. Since my skin barrier was getting used to Paris, I always just go back to the Ordinary. Like, they just make the most affordable, clean, simple ingredient actives. I've tried a few new Korean actives and serums, but nothing where I was like, this is my new holy grail. I've always just come back to the Ordinary. So here I'm using the hyaluronic acid because hydration. Back home I will do niacinamide and or also alpha-arbutin, which is the exact same as my original skincare video. So won't get too much into that, but it's for just keeping sebum at bay, pore control, acne control, and texture also. The other thing I've been using though are the Riedel Shop products. They've actually been a new obsession of mine. I've used 1.5 bottles already, so it's been about 4 or 5 months of testing them out. I've used the pink one, which is collagen, and the blue one, which is hydration. I didn't pack any with me because I had these little packets and the bottles are heavy. I've only used the Riedel Shot 100 so far, so every day at night I will do it after my toner and then before everything else. So the little spicules help the other products absorb better, but they also help basically with slight microdermabrasion. So if you can see, like, I'm wearing makeup now, but I'll show a close-up. I'm just dealing with a ton of texture and scarring from all of my past breakouts, and I found that this has helped me with just smoothing it out very slowly. Because even though they say it's microneedling in a bottle, like, the only time you'll get truly visible results is if you go in and do laser. It's just so expensive for me, so I've been really loving these. I think they're worth it. I would just be careful to avoid the area around the eyes. I really wanted to make sure because I wasn't sure if they were just overhyped, but I think after about 6 months of use, I do really love it. It's just a very slow, long game product, but I noticed that my skin feels a bit more lifted as well. I think the regular one is fine, but I really like the collagen one and the hydrating one so far, so the pink and blue bottles. I have watched videos where people say you should do the 300 or the 700, which is like way more spicules. if you're concerned about texture. I'm just a baby and I haven't brought myself to try it, but I will keep you guys posted. From there, in terms of moisturizers, I still go back to this. My tried and true holy grail. My skin loves this and eats it up. It's the 30-Day Miracle Cream. This also has the Centella Asiatica and the tea tree in it. It really just helps keep my skin barrier happy. I love the finish of this. Like, consistency and the texture is light, so it doesn't feel too heavy on my skin. My skin doesn't love anything that's too much of a heavy cream. Those also tend to clog my pores, even if they're not pore clogging ingredients. I don't know, there's something about it. So I always just go back to this. I literally have an extra backup in case I run out of this. That's how you know this is like holy grail. I've genuinely reordered so many of these. I always buy my products from YesStyle. I think it's the best pricing, even though it takes a few weeks to come. I really wish they came in bigger jars or something that's a refill, because I go through so many of these jars, even though I recycle them and everything. But other thing I've been using that's new is the Celamax Retinol Shot Tightening Booster. This one has retinol and panthenol in it. I use this about 3 times or 4 times a week at night, and I'll do it all over my neck and then especially here. But it just truly helps with the pore tightening, the lifting. It's a very gentle retinol. The bottle seems tiny, but it's lasted me quite a while because you only really need a little bit. I often also target my smile lines, but I think when you have enlarged pores from past scarring and texture, you want to focus on pore tightening and lifting, I've learned, and then that also helps smooth. And then you also want to make sure the skin's like regenerating, right? So yeah, this one's really nice. In terms of eye cream, been repurchasing this one by Sol 1988. It also has a bit of retinol liposome in it. It's the first eye cream that I've used that I've repurchased. Like, I have 2 backup bottles. I think that goes to show something. I feel like with eye cream, I've never seen like a magical transformative difference after application. I think it's just a long game thing, and I like the formula and the consistency of this. It's the first eye cream I've tried that I've repurchased multiple times. And then in terms of sunscreens, you've seen these 2 before. I usually just use the Skin 104 one. It's the easiest to find and most affordable. It just works all year round, but I will switch back to the Biore UV one when it's super hot weather out. It's so light and gel-like and absorbs beautifully. I know some of you mentioned there is a little bit of the alcohol smell, so be wary of that. For me, the consistency of this is my one thing that I keep coming back to this for. Also really love the Sunstick by Abib. Out of all the sunsticks I've tried, this is my favorite. So whenever I do a beach vacation especially, I will always have this on me to reapply every like 2 hours. You can also use this over your makeup for application, but I usually just use a cushion foundation like the Jungseemler ones, because they also have SPF 50+. Blot any oils off my face with a tissue, and then I'll go in and pat this. So you get that sunscreen protection, and then you also get to touch up your makeup. These are my favorite. This is the Skin Neuter Cover Layer Cushion, and they also have the one that's a black rim. This is just great for if you have textured skin too. Like, it just really blurs everything. It's my favorite when I want any type of coverage over my skin. It's just my color match right now is a little weird. That's like my honorable mention when it comes to SPF as well. It's like my little tip or hack. If you struggle with acne, like active acne and or texture or breakouts, I think doing a cushion foundation is the best way to go, because it truly blurs everything together. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but when I was going through my breakouts too, like, this discovery was what helped me just look better and feel more comfortable, not just on camera but even in person. It was just the most beautiful finish, because there's just a way that it like fills in the pores that helps flatten or even out everything, which if you struggle with like acne breakouts, you know what I mean. Yeah, like, I wish it was easier to find this in Paris right now. That's what I do for my SPF. I'll usually do my product in the morning, and then after I apply my cushion foundation, that's what I'll use to reapply through the day. And then you'll always have nice skin coverage. On the topic of acne, I still use these pimple patches I got from Olive Young. I think they're the ones that just work the best. But because I don't get as many now, I often just use the Starface ones. I think I have a few in here, just because they're fun. You know, I always pick up a pack, like a refill, when I go to the States, because usually I'll just get like 1 or 2 pimples somewhere, so it just makes me happier to use that one. But overnight, if I have one that like hurts, I'll use the Korean one. In terms of deep intensive pore care or blackhead removal, tried the Starface nose strips. I feel like every nose strip is the same. What I've actually been using is the Ilso Sebum Softener. So it comes in a bottle and then you would put it on toner pads and then you'll use the scraper, and that's helped me just once a week clear out all the gunk because it does build up around my nose. I didn't pack that with me because I did not have enough space. I do also love using a clay mask. So right now I love the Skin 10041 because it's in a stick form and it's way easier to apply. I also still love my volcanic clay mask from Innisfree. In terms of value, the Innisfree one is better, but then your fingers get dirty for like application. So if you want convenience, that's why I packed this one. But I'll also use this about once or twice a week just to really like clean out the pores. And then I do love a good face mask. So I love these gel masks. These are the collagen masks by Abib. I just think that like they're the most hydrating for me. I feel like you can't go wrong with any face mask from any K-beauty brand. But these ones are just so packed with serum and they fit my face pretty well. I also try to gua sha every day. This is the one I own from Lanshan, but any gua sha works. And I think that's really it for skincare. Like that's what I've been using religiously for the past probably year that I think is worth mentioning to all of you. So I will leave all of that linked below. I do want to quickly talk about body care because I'm learning that the skin is all one organ and I am so on top of it with my like skincare, but in terms of body care, I never used any products for the longest time. I really love the Necessaire products. I always go back to them. I have the bigger bottle version of this as well, but the body lotion is just like one of my holy grails. It's fragrance free, it's packed with vitamins, and it just applies so nicely on the skin where it's like super light, like you don't feel sticky afterwards, but my skin like eats it up. It is a little bit more expensive though, but again, these are my holy grails where I'm like, I think it's worth spending a little bit of extra money on them because they make me feel just nicer in my everyday routines. It's a form of self-care. For something that's a little bit more affordable, I do love the Eucerin body lotion as well, so I'll leave a link to that too. That one's super intensive hydration and I use that mostly like for legs, especially in the winter time. But you can also use it all over your body, but it does kind of feel a bit sticky, so I'll like let my body kind of dry off for 10 minutes when I apply that one. This one I can kind of just like crawl into bed after and not feel, not sticky, but like, you know that feeling that I'm trying to articulate? I hope you do. And the other thing I love from them is their shower gels or body washes. The eucalyptus scent is like one of my favorite obsessions. It really makes you feel like you're in a spa when you use it in your shower. It's such a soothing, calming scent. When my friends have visited and used it, they've commented on that as well. Those are like the two items where for my body, my skin just feels nice and loved after using them. I do want to try their new scent that's more like oaky with the sandalwood or the cedar, but the eucalyptus is my go-to. And then quickly in terms of hair stuff, this dry shampoo is really nice. It's the Acton Acre one. If you don't want to use an aerosol dry shampoo, which sometimes gives me a bit of a headache, I switched to this. It just is a powder kind of formula and then you spray it in your roots, let it soak up the oils, and then rub it. I never get like any white cast or anything, and it just helps me feel a bit cleaner. Like it doesn't feel like there's any product buildup. There's no scent either really, so it's just like the cleanest dry shampoo that I've found so far. And also just quickly share Oribe has been my hair obsession for years. This dry texturizing spray is one of my holy grails. All of my friends know. My original hairstylist introduced this to me a few years ago and I've repurchased ever since. A bottle usually lasts me about a year. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's so worth it. I'll use it to add texture to my hair and hold, and kind of instead of a hairspray. The smell is also amazing, but if you have fine, thin hair that often falls flat, this is like my tried and true and tested. I've gifted this to like a few girlfriends as well. That's how much I love it. I did also try their dry shampoo and it was nice, but it was just a dry shampoo, like nothing crazy. So it was a splurge to have both of these, but I would say the dry texturizing spray is just my go-to. And I did also bring minis as well because I have their blowout spray for heat protectant, and then also this little baby hairspray, which is nice if I'm doing like a blowout. I think I've used these long enough for me to be like holy grails. That's it. Those are all of my holy grail skincare, body care, hair care products that I've been using, that I've repurchased with my own money, that have worked so well for me that I really love using and enjoy using. Hopefully this was helpful, and I'll leave links to everything down below. If you do end up trying any of these, or if you use any of these, please comment down below. And if you have any questions too, I'm happy to answer them. So yeah, I hope that this video helped. I know a lot of you have been curious what I've been using. Those are all of my Holy Grail products. That's the routine that I've been using for the past year or two since I've last shared an updated skincare routine with you. I hope that you found this helpful. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for being here. Bye everyone.